Hello and welcome. Today we are in the best tier 8 aircraft carrier, the Kaga, at least in my opinion. And of course, as usual, I play Kaga with a full torpedo focus. Like, everything is torpedo focused. Absolutely everything. Like, because I think the ship is all about the torpedo bombers. Because they are just better than the rocket planes and the dive bombers. The dive bombers are actually okay, the rocket planes are pretty trash. So the goal is to try to save my torpedo bombers for as long as I can, and to use them for as effective amounts of damage as I can. I could actually drop a fighter plane here to spot, but I don't know if it's worthwhile. Because my ships are my teammates, are kind of far, so I don't know how much use they would get out of it, but I'll use it anyway. I want to drop the Asturias, but she seems to have caught on to what I'm trying to do. Oh no, a Cleveland! Please, buddy, no! No! A York as well. Well, I'm glad I didn't try to do this path on the Asturias by thinking, oh, it's only a Fuso. Well, it was a York as well, and anti-air does definitely add up when you're actually trying to do strikes and actually play a CV. If you're on the receiving end, then it seems like AA does nothing, but if you're actually playing the CV, it's pretty significant. Okay, well, wasted a lot of time trying to set this drop up. This Asturias is reacting far too much, so I'm gonna find myself a new target. Somebody else can go deal with him. Are you kidding me? Why is there a ship everywhere? And why is everything turning away the moment I even remotely start flying in this direction? Like, this Brandenburg just went, nope, I'm out. And the thing is, ships turn faster than the planes can readjust for a strike. It just is the case. And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to stick with this not great drop. I just have to hope for the best. Okay, we still hit 2 torpedoes. I suppose that's not as bad as I thought. The Asturias seems to be intent on committing Sudoku, but that's okay. We're gonna deal with her this time. Now she can't maneuver like she used to as much anymore, because if she keeps continuing the way she is, she will get too close to my ships to ever disengage. So I'm just gonna drop like this. She's gonna turn in, she's gonna dodge all, or maybe almost all of those torpedoes, but this forces her to continue in our direction for at least a little bit, and if she decides to continue turning now, she's gonna open broadside to my entire team, which means that she just dies like that. I suppose that's actually even better than me using torpedoes to do that drop. So, either way, I might not have gotten much damage there, but our team managed to prevent the enemy from taking the cap, and we should be in a pretty decent position now. I would like to drop the Sinop, but I'm gonna have to reposition. Actually, let's see how long it takes. So it was 16-17 when I decided to do it. We're gonna reposition. We gotta make sure we keep away at least 6 kilometers from the Sinop, otherwise we're gonna take anti-air damage for no reason. So we've spent 17 seconds on repositioning. That's 20 seconds on repositioning. So actually I need to spend a little bit more even. But I think it's time to go in, otherwise she's gonna start turning the other way now. So we spent a good 30 seconds repositioning for this Sinop. And we were doing it only at 7 kilometer distance. I mean, if that was further away, like if the ship had 6.9 kilometer anti-air, we would have had to do it at 7.5 or even further. But we did land 3 torpedoes for it, so I suppose it's fine. But it takes a really long time to reposition for a strike. I mean, almost as long as it takes me to actually fly to the Sinop was that repositioning. So maybe I'll just drop from this angle roughly, and fly around to do another strike from a better angle. Her engine is broken and she doesn't seem to use damage control parties, so this might actually be a good opportunity for me. Well, 3 hits from that angle, and we didn't have to spend 30 seconds repositioning. That's pretty good. This time though, I suspect we're gonna get a much better drop. Depends on whether she jukes us or not with acceleration and slowing down. And we're gonna continue dropping on her. Actually, I should have launched dive bombers. This would be one of these situations where dive bombers make sense. Because, well, she's actually pointed directly at me, and I could have just flown directly at the Synop and dropped. But it's okay. The torpedo bombers are pretty good. There's a fighter plane there. Do I risk a drop? I'm gonna risk it. And we're gonna pull back immediately. I even use the heal to make sure I don't die if the fighters lock on. Okay, and we landed a lot of torpedoes. Synop's basically dead. Excellent. Now we can go after the Cleveland. I should think about getting my ship even closer to the enemy. A little bit, at least. By the way, if you noticed, I moved my ship like 1 grid square closer at the start. That's on purpose, because it saves me a little bit of time. But also, I'm gonna be roughly as safe by doing that as if I didn't do it. Ah, that's not gonna be a good drop. Definitely not gonna be a good drop. Because one of the torpedoes that would have hit her actually hit the island instead. Do I go after a repulse? Well, that's the only battleships left. In fact, wait, what? Where's the Rook? Oh, I think they have an AFK. Well, that explains so much about this match. I'm gonna move my ship even closer. Oh no, I actually flew too close to the Cleveland. Help! Save me! I'm gonna drop a fighter here, so that the Cleveland stays, but never mind, the Rook was not AFK. The Rook was just far away. Okay. Come on. Deal with the Cleveland, please. Please. Friends, buddies, pals, mates. Well, I'm gonna have to drop from a bad angle, because it would take too long to reposition. It's faster to just do this. Is the repulse actually gonna die before? Yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna drop the repulse. I'm gonna go after the Rook. Actually, I should sail through B. Or C, or whatever it's called. Hello, Rook. Would you like some torpedoes, like your friends did previously? Well, even if you don't want to, I'm gonna give them to you anyway. 15,000 damage. Very nice. Yeah, I should have actually started moving my ship a little bit earlier, back when I thought of it. By the way, 22 torpedo hits, one single flood. A little unlucky, I think. A little unlucky. Surely the Parseval isn't gonna drop a fighter plane over there, right? Okay, we lost the ship. That's good news if we want a damage farm. It's bad news if you want to win, but I don't think it's gonna change anything about that. Oh no! Rook has maneuvered and is turning and angling and stuff. Making it difficult to drop. Buddy! You're not supposed to do this. You're supposed to just eat the torpedoes I launch at you. And not maneuver at all. Can I turn around here, or is this edge of the map too close? It's too close, I think. It's not gonna be a good drop, for sure. But I mean, it's something. Is it worth it to go spot the Rook? Drop her again? I could go after the Mogami. The Rook seems to be intent on maneuvering. And her position right now is kind of difficult for me to hit. I could maybe go after the Parseval or the Mogami, which might make more sense. Previously I didn't want to because I was afraid that we'd lose too many points, but at this point Mogami threatens me a lot more than anything else does. Because I can foresee a future where Mogami starts shooting me. So I'm gonna drop on her instead. Ooh, I don't know about this angle here. I'm gonna drop further away. Goodbye, Mogami, I think. Yep. Eindracht, your turn. So even if they lose Rook and Eindracht, Parseval will still be something we can sink. The points do allow this. Oh, this fighter is not nice. It's gonna eat my torpedo bombers. Instant pullback, and I guess we use dive bombers on the Parseval. Oh, I should have led more if I dropped this far away. Yeah, we only landed 2 torpedoes. If I had landed one more, that salvo would have ended the Eindracht, but it's okay. Now we're going straight after the Parseval. I'm gonna drop a fighter here. Maybe the Parseval accidentally flies through it and loses some planes. Because I'm devious like that. Fly over the flak bubbles. Aggro the fighters. Pull back because they're dead. And wow, that's a lot more damage than I thought. 11k? Oh, maybe I have to take it back. Maybe these dive bombers are pretty. Although maybe it's because it's Parsevals, right? It's a ginormous deck that means basically all my dive bombers hit, while also meaning that they all do damage, right? They get penetrating hits because nothing here is something that can. Oh, never mind. Maybe I just got lucky with that first salvo. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to drop regardless which plane type I use. Or maybe I could have with the nope, never mind. Ha 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 ha! Wow, look at this. All the planes, everything. Oh, that's a nice shot. I like it. Anyway, 151,000 damage. 31 torpedo hits, 1 flooding. We captured the center base on the map completely alone and probably landed as #1 on the team. This Ipiranga played well, I think, and I think this Eindracht is survived for a long time in a very unfortunate side of the map. I mostly hit lower tier ships. 133,000 damage with the torpedoes. A massive 882 damage with flames, and 15k with the dive bombers. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would like to thank the patrons on Patreon. Thank you very much for your continued support, and I hope I'll see you guys next time.